Good morning, friends. How are you? Happy Friday. So something's going on with Facebook Live. It keeps deleting my post. So I spoke today to the Rotary Club of Stony Creek. I was their guest speaker on literacy, illiteracy in Canada, Canadian youth, and what Pandemonium Publishing House is doing to help combat illiteracy levels. So I want to share some staggering statistics with you. 2.3 million Canadians have diabetes. 1.6 million Canadians have heart disease, and 300,000 Canadians have cancer. But with all of these totals combined, that doesn't even come close to the amount of people who are illiterate in Canada. Right now, there are 12 million Canadians who are illiterate. That means that there are 12 million Canadians, 1/3 of our population, who does not read or write well enough to perform everyday tasks. And the effects of this on our economy, on our neighborhoods, in our nation, and in the world are devastating. If illiteracy was deemed a global health crisis, it would be an epidemic. Literacy is linked to everything: poverty, economy, and mortality rates. A 1% increase in literacy in Canadians in our population would add $32 billion to the economy. Low literacy means that the government collects less income tax, and taxpayers spend more on social programs such as justice system, social assistance, and healthcare. It is expensive for taxpayers to have high school dropouts because high school dropouts cost the taxpayers $7.7 billion annually. And kids who cannot read don't stay in school. Now, what about the age of children who are illiterate and who have problems with reading? You would think that they're the highest amount in the population, but that's untrue. The highest amount of illiterate people in Canada are over the age of 50. The time period age of 6 to 12 months in children is critical for infant brain development, and people think kids shouldn't be read books at this age because they don't understand, or they can't read, or they're not really knowing what I'm talking about. But we're here to tell you that that is a misconception. The earlier that you read to your children and grandchildren, the better. We have a problem in this country because we know that there are a lot of people who have low income, and children from those low income homes hear 1/3 of the amount of words that a child would who grew up in a middle to high income home. And by the time they reach school, that number is closer to 50%. Did you know that by the age of 5, the vocabulary that the child knows at that point is a good indicator of what their vocabulary will be at the age of 17. This is important. The illiterate die young, and so do their children. They earn less money. They're more likely to go to prison, as 74% of inmates cannot read past a grade 4 level. And the neighborhoods that they live in are riddled with crime, poverty, and disease. The consequences are devastating for individuals, families, neighborhoods, the nation, and the world. To raise literacy levels, there are a lot of things that we can do. Number 1, we can read to our kids. We can read to our grandkids. And the time that we spend with them also lets them know that books are magic. Number 2, monkey see, monkey do. If our kids and nieces and nephews and grandchildren see us reading, they're going to know that it's a celebrated activity in our home. They're going to know that books can take you places. They can take you wherever you want to go. And they're also going to know that this is a normal act that they will continue throughout their lives because their mom and dad did. Number 3, we can donate books and time. There are a lot of organizations that need you to volunteer to keep them going. A lot of these places are reading programs, literacy programs, and programs that you can find in your communities. So I urge you to check those out. Do a Google search and find out where you can help. And number 4, we hear this one a lot. People are upset that their kids are reading things like graphic novels and comic books because parents don't think that they have a lot of words or enough words and that they're not actual books. But I'm here to tell you, if your child is going to read it, let them. Because any type of reading is better than none. What is Pandemonium Publishing House doing to help combat illiteracy in this country and in our own backyards? We do school visits. Now they're virtual, but we usually go into classrooms and we talk to kids about the benefits of being an author. We talk to them about why our books matter. We talk to them about the business of books, how books are published, how books are put together, the illustrations, the authors, and what all of this means, because kids can't be what they can't see. We also donate books to local programs, to libraries, to different events, and to individuals. We write books that kids want to read. You cannot own a company called Pandemonium Publishing House and have boring books. It's impossible. Our authors are the best at what they do, and they keep kids engaged. We make our books interactive by including things like hidden elements, such as Tanya Cartmel's 12 Days of Rescue, where there's a hidden heart on every single page for the kids to find. Same with Miranda the Very Loud Mouse and the hidden piece of cheese on each page. We want books to be celebrated, and we want to ignite a love of literacy among children at a young age, because they are the future generations that will lead this country and that will be responsible for all of us. We do book signings. We glamorize being an author. We talk about where reading and writing and our books have taken us around the world. I've been fortunate enough to go to London, to New York, to Boston, to Toronto to further my education. And the only reason why I've been so fortunate to go there is because of literacy. We do event participation where we go and meet our readers in person to talk about our books and to talk about why literacy matters. We offer courses in writing education seminars on our website and at local libraries, and we educate the public on why they need to know that literacy matters while continuing our own educations. So whatever the problem, literacy is the answer. I hope that you'll send me an email today to pandapublishing8@gmail.com to find out how you can help with illiteracy levels in this country and what you can do to make a difference. Happy Friday, everybody.